you guys. You're going to want to listen all the way through this episode because you'll find out which Canadian band Elton John is shouting out.
And we know Mariah Carey has dropped an album, but guess what? She's got 2 other projects heading our way. You're going to find out all about it.
Well, hi. That's how it starts, on a high note. Aha! We are getting set to take on our favorite decade in ways that will be familiar because we have a couple of things that we talked about last show that we'll follow up on. Not a follow-up on Mariah necessarily. Actually, you know what? It is a follow-up on Mariah. But we're going to talk about the Mariah-Michael Jackson collab that we might hear one day, but not today.
Yeah. Unless
we're right beside her. Which if you're right beside her, ask her. Because apparently this collab is something special. So we'll talk about that. Also, a snooze, you lose situation that just saved you $60 million. I know. It's not a scam. I swear to God. You just saved $60 million. Yeah. Also get into Kelly's trivia because your level of humility needs a shaken. Along with mine, I guess. Yeah. Also, a 90's rewind that'll feel just right. Thank you very much. It was a case of, instead of grabbing a handful of songs, I couldn't help but maybe grab 2 handfuls of songs. But following our chat about J-Lo and the divorce being the best thing to have happened to her, she and Ben Affleck have since rocked the red carpet together.
Yep.
So let's start there. Kelly. The Kiss of the Spiderwoman premiere in New York City happened just the other night. And while J-Lo is the star of the show in every possible way, Ben Affleck did serve as one of the executive producers. And she was thankful to him in thanking people for being there, saying that it couldn't have happened without him and his efforts, which is great. I like how she was compelled by how the story is, could be happening right now, as she said. And that she's also pretty happy that she gets to do it all in this movie. She says, and I quote, "I get to sing, I get to dance, I get to act. I get to be an old-time Hollywood movie star," end quote. It's right up her alley.
Yep.
It makes me nervous. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the play on Broadway, and it's spectacular, obviously. So, I mean, if you stick to it, you'll do fine.
I've only heard good things about like the when they were testing it and stuff, and like some early reviews or whatever. They said like the entire cast is phenomenal, and apparently J-Lo knocks it out of the ballpark. So,
and she's that perfect person, right? She puts more than 100% into everything that she does. So imagine that if she gets to do it all and be an old-time Hollywood movie star by singing, dancing, and acting. Mm-hmm. I think I really honestly think it could go either way. It's awful to say, but I have this weird feeling that it's either going to be great or it's not.
Yeah.
And I hope for her. I truly hope for her that it's great because I think that after the past couple of years, she deserves it.
Yeah. And like, I felt that she should have got nominated for an Oscar for Hustlers. Mm-hmm. And I felt almost like she fell into the Tom Cruise trap where it's like that nobody's going to vote for you because you're Tom Cruise and because you're Jennifer Lopez, because like everybody's jaloux. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So
like they do too much. And not too much in a bad way. They happen to have an appreciation and attention to detail that they take care of business. Mm-hmm. But it is kind of snubbish for those 2 in particular to not be nominated by the Oscars. And I think what we're learning over time, I think we've always known it, that the Oscars are a bit of a snooty club. Yeah. Which is why you want to win one, because it really gives you the impression that they are all about the work. Mm-hmm. And, but I think if you contrast the Oscars with the Golden Globes or the SAG Awards, where the voting happens on a different level, it becomes more about the people and who's seen it and why, why they went to see it and why they liked it, the people, that is, less about the industry and how they feel about your work. It's
You know,
a
for
bit of a catch-22. You want the approval of your peers, but you may not get it.
Well, it's also interesting how it's like different views for different folk. Like, for example, like, Meryl Streep also does a lot of movies, or, I think she's more selective now, but like she's always done a fair amount, but she's not like, she's a global superstar, but she's like not Tom Cruise, you know what I mean? Or she's like,
Yeah,
she's not, so I think that's why, like, there's no problem. Like, how many times has she been nominated? Like 97? Like,
100.
it's,
Yeah.
it's crazy, which is good because she's always amazing. But it's almost like, I feel like with the perception that is Meryl Streep, she will always get nominated and she will always win a certain amount. And then you look at a Tom Cruise or Jennifer Lopez, and even now, like Lady Gaga, because Lady Gaga, for example, she won, and she won for music, she won for acting, like Academy Awards. But almost now, like, I feel like I don't know if she'll get another nomination anytime soon, even if it's deserved, because it's almost
Hmm.
like she's too much of a star again. You know what I mean? So I
Well,
feel like there's this weird, like you said, it's like it's like this weird popularity contest depending on the ebbs and flows of Hollywood.
it's like they build you up so that they can knock you down.
Yeah, it's really odd. And so, but like, I've even heard, it's in every industry, whether it's this or like the WNBA, the NBA, like,
Hmm.
whatever it is, there's clubs that you belong to or you don't belong to or you're trying to get into with the cool kids or not the cool kids. And it's crazy how this seems to permeate every different industry. So this is no
Truth.
different, but I do think Jennifer has earned the opportunity to get nominated, and hopefully this role will take her there for her. Because like she wants it, and
Oh yeah.
how can and I don't know, like I don't think there's anything wrong with it because I don't think she ever phones anything in, even if
I
sometimes
agree
somebody
with
might
you.
think it's earnest in the wrong way or whatever it is. Jennifer gives it 1,000,000%. And so she has earned the right to be nominated,
I
in my
agree with you.
opinion.
I agree with you. It'll be
Yep.
interesting to see how this plays out. Um, we watch award shows, even when it comes to the Emmys
Hmm.
from a couple of weeks ago. Like there's 10 people in the category, or there's 10 projects in the category.
Hmm.
There's a lot of great things being written and acted and produced, and that you don't want to make sure that everybody's acknowledged because there has to be some level of,
Competition.
competition and rising to the top and all that. But,
Hmm. I
but
would also say, by the way, that I think, and obviously this was a pretty planned situation to have Ben Affleck on the carpet with her, because as we
oh, of
know,
course,
and we've discussed about not that long
for sure.
ago, he does not enjoy public like appearances. So it's great that this was, again, even though it was clearly a plotted move, probably by both PR
For sure.
teams,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it still came off as what they needed, which is yes, they're not together. Yes, they're still supportive of each other. She's acknowledged this in interviews about this specific project because he helped make it happen, and she said it
Hmm.
wouldn't have happened without him. And he's there to support her, and they had some physical contact on the carpet, and it was like if you didn't know better, you'd think they were still together in a way, you know? And so I think it's great considering, and I know we talked about this before, but I would mention this again. Considering the level of interest that was surrounding them after their marriage and then the demise of it, I think they handled it with their teams the best way. They just plowed through and
Hmm.
kind of stayed above the fray
Yeah.
and have done what they needed to do, and now they're out the other side. So,
Yep. You can't give too much because if, we've seen it time and time again where it's a give an inch, they'll take your whole life, right?
mhm, mhm.
So you can't give an inch. But from a business perspective, he had to be there. He has to show, if he wants to get a return on his investment, literally, then you have to support that thing.
Mhm.
And it does look good if there's some level of amicable. But if it were brutal, and I think that he could also politely say, I didn't go, couldn't go, I had this, I couldn't do
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Um, let her sort of field it all. But they made it happen, and I think it's
Yep.
wise. I think it's a good show also to anybody that you can move forward in what looks like a healthy way.
Yep. And it's good for the kids, their kids, just all of it. Like, and again, I'm sure there's things behind the scenes we do not know, and nor do we need
Yeah,
to. But I think to almost put like a period on this whole section of what they've gone through, this could have done it, you know?
yep, yep, it's true.
Mm.
So that'll be interesting to see how when Oscar season comes around
Are
again.
you gonna
Hard,
go watch it in the theater or wait for it?
I don't know, man. I'll probably wait for it,
Okay.
even though it seems like a nice. It would be nice to see it on a big screen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll see what happens there, and we will get to how Mariah Carey is kind of pleading for some of her own music to be released.
I love
We'll
Mariah.
talk about we'll talk about that in a bit. But also, we want to thank everybody for finding us and liking us and
Hmm.
giving us your feedback on the show. We appreciate that, and we'd love for you to subscribe. So if you're able to do that, we'd appreciate that. If you're able, I mean, really, just click it and subscribe.
Yeah. Just do it, as Nike
If you're
says.
able, though, we know you can. Just do it.
Yeah. But I
Okay.
also, Sharon, I mentioned this to you just before we started to record this episode. We have had a noticeable uptick in our audio, like people listening to this podcast apart from watching us on YouTube. So I just want to thank you guys so much because clearly you're listening and you're telling family and friends and colleagues about the show, and we really appreciate that because we're so happy to have so many more of you listening per month,
Yeah.
which is amazing. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we also appreciate too, we mentioned this last show, but like we'd love for you to chime in on any topic that we're talking about, like whether it's this
Totally.
J-Lo thing or I'm very excited to talk about Mariah Carey, so maybe we
Yeah.
actually have a topic there to get to. But yeah, please chime in, please follow us on socials. Our boy Zach works very hard at getting our content out for us, so.
And we appreciate Zach. And as fit people who make time for exercise outside or inside, and who listen to podcasts on the fly like that, I listen on my walks and stuff like that. We appreciate that you're doing that and picking ours to take along for whatever activity you've got booked. So thank you very much. My little shadow here was groomed today.
Uh-huh, he looks
He's
cutie.
little, he's feisty. So his newly clipped nails are really nice on my skin because we enjoyed like an extended summer here in Montreal where
Hmm.
it legit was like, it felt like July
Hmm.
and no complaints.
Yeah,
So I'm in shorts right now,
yeah,
even though it's October. Woo!
yeah,
But yeah, like I said, fresh nails, fresh skin, something's going to give.
yeah. And for our audio listeners, that's her little poochie shadow.
My little shadow, legit
Yeah.
shadow. He's always right there.
Hey, it's Kelly, and thank you so much for joining us on 90's Now. We always appreciate your time. Don't forget that new episodes drop every week, and also subscribe so that you can get all the 90's content that you can handle.
That's what we want.
That's what we want in life. We also want to do well with Kelly's trivia, but it doesn't always work out that way. But we try again. Kel?
So Sharon, would you like hobbies, toys, and games or art and literature?
I would like art and literature.
Alrighty, so complete the title of this children's story by Roald, or I'm hoping that's Ronald. I'm not, but maybe
Roald,
it's
no,
not.
it's Roald. Roald
Roald
Dahl.
Dahl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know it. Originally published in 1991. The Vicar of what?
Of Charlie's Chocolate Factory. The Vicar of the Chocolate Factory.
Wow,
Didn't he
I've
write
never heard of
that?
this one. Nibbleswick. Have you heard of that? I've
I
never.
have. I've heard of him, and why am I forgetting who? Like I'm so focused on. What did you say it
So
was?
you needed the Vicar of blank, and it was
Nibble.
Nibbleswick.
I can't say I dislike the title,
No, this sounds like a perfect name for an animal.
but
Nibbleswicky.
he did do Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Oh, very
and
nice.
my nephew and your friend Jeffrey
Yeah.
would not be happy if we didn't know that Roald Dahl did that.
Well, I didn't know, so my apologies, Jeffrey, who, by the way, just celebrated a birthday, and so we
He
wish your
did.
nephew a happy birthday.
The little baby's 28.
I can't believe it.
I
Like,
know.
I remember when he was a kid and he used to say Kelly Alexander. Like,
Oh yeah.
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 Um, hobbies, toys, and games, Sharon.
Bring it on, Kel.
Here we go. Tazos was originally distributed in the packaging of what food? Tazos.
Isn't it tea?
T is in Tom. Azos.
But isn't the answer tea?
Oh, T. Oh, no. Ready?
Cookies.
I gave this up 2 years ago.
Chips?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
And by contrast, I just had 2 handfuls of chips before coming to record this show.
Yeah. I was actually I was talking the other day to someone, I think it was my mother-in-law, because she's like, Kelly, I can't understand like how you give up chips. And I'm like,
She's an Irish woman too, who's all
Yes.
about the potato, I bet.
She's all about the potato. Like if she doesn't have potato at least once a day, something is drastically wrong. But she was like mystified that I would give up chips, especially because like I actively love chips. But I told her that I was like, Mary, I had to save myself because you and I both remember, Sharon, around that time, I guess it had been like 6 or 8 months before, they had released the Miss Vicky's ketchup and all dress chips.
Oh,
And
the all-dressed Miss Vickies are something, man.
yeah, I could not handle, like there was no stopping me. And so Kelly had to put a full stop on any chips entering the body because otherwise, no.
What about moderation?
Doesn't work.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
my
try
grandma-
moderation, Kel? 'Cause
Yeah,
then
my
you still
grandma,
get
that was her
chips.
favorite. That was her favorite thing. My grandma, she'd always tell me, everything in moderation, Kelly. I'm like, great, grandma. Can't do it. So it's either
My mother used to say that too.
really
Everything in moderation.
can't do it.
Like,
My grandma could actually do it. She could literally have like a teensy weensy piece of cake and be like, "That's delicious," and I'd be like, "Where's the rest?"
I'll take what she's not having. Your voice changes. You can become sort of very hungry.
Yeah. So,
Ah.
anyways, but I do miss chips. I'm glad you had some. I'm living vicariously through you. Thanks.
Oh, I enjoy chips. I can't say that I have a problem, but if they're in the house, they're going to get eaten. So
Yeah.
often I won't buy them so that I don't eat them, but
Yeah.
that's moderation to me. But when they're on sale, because chips are one of those things that everybody can attest to now, that
Yeah.
the price of those have skyrocketed. So if you find them on sale, you get them.
What are because I don't even go down that aisle anymore. So what's a bag of chips like in Canadian these days?
Ridiculous
Like $4.49.
99. Miss Vicky's, it used to be like at certain grocery stores, they'd be like 2 for this. And
Yeah.
you'd get like 2 for $7. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And now it's 2 for 9 or 10.
Oh my God.
The
Okay.
regular size bag, which
Yeah.
then you go, I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
It ends up that Walmart has a cheaper price. I've done the research, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Walmart has a better price for it. And then Costco ultimately with the torso sized bag comes in at $7.99. That's the deal.
Yeah. That's crazy. So
And you're thinking, that's so much chips. And you're like, yeah, I think I can do it though.
yeah, yeah. That's a solid. Yeah, I think I gave up the chips right around the 2 for $7 time. So
And that's,
yeah.
I mean, think of a potato and how much one potato costs.
And like you see things on Instagram or whatever where it's like make your own potato chips. So like you could
I've
probably
tried.
make
They're
them
never
for, like,
they're never as good.
no, probably not. No. All that
No.
preservative salt.
Oh yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah.
So enough about the chips. Let's get to the Mariah. How about that?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So basically pleading for some of her own work to be released, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Please, it's so good. I just want people to hear it. That's the pleading that's happening. And what has happened is that she did a collaboration with Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I say the word collab, I feel like I'm saying it in jest, and I mostly am because I do have the time. I do like abbreviating. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
But collab seems like, okay, it's a bit much. Yeah. Anyway, so the collaboration from Mariah Carey and Michael Jackson basically has her on backing vocals on a song that I think we might get to hear at some point, but she really did want to be a part of this album, her new album. And it seems to be, I can't say that it's tied up in red tape. It just seems that according to Mariah, and of course we believe her because she's Mariah, she says that the Michael Jackson estate is doing something really huge for him. So releasing the song and letting her play it on her release it on her album, she said would sort of usurp the situation. So kudos on use of usurp.
Yep.
Mariah, thank you very much.
Yep.
But also for making us curious about a song that we'd like to hear now, but we're not going to hear that now.
Yeah, because she won't give the title out.
No, smart, because it's probably findable, because it's not like she's kept it a secret. She herself says that the people that she's played it for have loved it. They've been wowed by it.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's still him singing leads, but she's singing with him. I guess kind of like the Justin Timberlake thing a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then she's doing new backgrounds. So like I wonder what song it is.
Well, because she also referred to it being like one of his classics.
Yeah.
So is it a reworking, or is it just classic in that anything he did was classic?
Yeah.
But that she does the backing vocals on it, like we said, I think it's going to be fantastic because it's her and him, and because like the rest of us, her affiliation to Michael Jackson's music and the Jacksons' music is, similar to us. She grew up with it. Mm-hmm. So inspired by it and by him. And of course, she did the Jacksons' I'll Be There for Her Unplugged album, which was gigantic.
So good.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she performed it at the memorial for him in 2009.
Yeah.
So she's familiar with the music. She's familiar with the family. She was friends with him.
She's friends with Janet.
And she's friends with Janet.
That's all that matters.
You love that, eh?
I love that her and Janet are like besties, kind of.
Well, talk about relatable lives, similar paths, somewhat, like you're a giant in your industry, and it's probably very isolating. That it's good to have people that know what it's like. I remember when the documentary for We Are the World came out 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And that the light that was shone on the fact that Madonna was basically excluded from that whole experience, which was ridiculous because it was the idea was to raise funds and awareness about the famine in Ethiopia, and she was basically the biggest star at that time. But they did assemble other giant stars at that time, as we know. Mm-hmm. But Cyndi Lauper talking about how there was a rift, and probably not started between the two women. Mm-hmm. But somebody in an office somewhere probably pitting them against each other in a way to sort of generate headlines and things like that. And Cyndi Lauper saying that she wished she had conversations with Madonna because they were on a similar pool.
Yeah.
And it's lonely when you're there and you don't have anybody that really totally understands what you're going through. So that she was saying that she would have benefited from that kind of a friendship. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Madonna would say the same thing, but
I don't know. Madonna's a wild card.
That's true.
Before we move on from Mariah, some more news that I wanted to share. I'm not sure if you heard this, Sharon. She was hanging out with Andy Cohen for Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
And so she said that they're working on a series based off of her memoir.
Ooh.
And she's working on a doc. So they're separate projects. So, and apparently the TV series, I'm assuming TV series, it's in conjunction with Lee Daniels. But like it sounds like it's still trying to be worked out. Because she actually not called him out, but she was like, tell Lee Daniels to call us because we've like blah, blah, blah. So I think like it's happening, but I don't know if this was like a little public push. So anyway, so that's like, I'm very excited about that news. And yeah, like she's beast mode. I just love her. And the album keeps getting better and better. No skips.
Nope. It's very good.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite song, by the way, from it? Mine's it. I won't allow it. That's my jam.
Yeah, I love that one. Let me make sure I did.
That kind of tell me if you agree or not. And I'd actually love. Here's a question for our listeners and our viewers. I think I Won't Allow It is the 2025 version esque of Make It Happen.
Yes, you said that last show. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Specifically, ones that I wrote down were Play This Song and In Your Feelings, which to me sounded very Silk Sonic like.
Yep.
Which I love because it's so
Yeah.
is so wonderful. Like it taps into the best, smoothest R&B. You can tell that they respect the originals and that they're completely influenced by it, but they recreate the sound in a way that doesn't say I'm creating something brand new, but it doesn't sound old.
Yeah.
It hits everything properly. And I think we talked about this last week too, but I love her cover of My Love.
Yeah. Yeah.
On this album. I think it's fantastic. But she does do that well too. She takes these songs that she's loved enough to want to cover them, because I think when you're at Mariah Carey level, you're writing all the time and you're writing really well. So to take a break from that and then pay respect to a song, written by another great, Paul McCartney, that she pays respect to it properly. She doesn't recreate it. She doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. She basically sticks to it, but certainly puts Mariah all over it, which I think she did fantastically. The whole album, but I think still my favorite is Type Dangerous.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Like it's just so.
Yeah, and she's like she's killer with the pen on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And haha.
Yeah. She's so good.
It's worth a listen, because you'll find you're going, oh yeah, I remember that story. Wait a minute, she's totally upfront, which I think is Mariah. Period.
Yeah, that's the jam.
Now, in the area of where we saved you $60 million, or maybe you saved it yourself, it was Adam Levine's house that went on the market for $60 million.
We had to talk about this. I'm obsessed with celebrity real estate.
Yes.
And so when you find out this stuff, to me, it's like super crazy. So
what I love is the history of this house. It's obviously very huge. They've got a 13,000 square foot property on 3.5 acres, a 360-degree view of the ocean and the mountains, 2 guest homes, not guest rooms, 2 guest homes, along with tennis court, home theater, koi pond, chicken coop. Also, that the home was originally built for Rob Lowe.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it's a relatively new build.
Yeah.
Hence the price, because this was also from 2009. Yeah, but what is it? 9 bedrooms, 14 bath dream home, as they call it. I think if you have a house that big, people are coming to sleep over.
I think so. I think you're in charge when you have you're in charge of the brownie and the Boy Scout group.
A lot of laundry in that case,
Oh my God, it's crazy. And it's interesting too to me, they paid, I think, whatever you said, 55 million and whatever. So they've made a $7 million profit or whatever in the 3 years they've had it. But it's that's such an investment, because they did a lot of repairs to, or upgrade whatever they were doing. And now apparently they've moved because they want to be closer to the kids' schools. And I'm like, how did you not figure that out before? Before you went through all of this? But anyways.
Well, I guess their daughters are 9 and 7, and they've got a 2-year-old son, right?
Yeah.
So 9 and 7, that takes us back to 2016.
Yeah.
So they'd been in the house for 7 years before that. Or no, sorry. The house was built in 2009.
Yeah. Yeah, they've only had 3 years.
Well, yeah, then I go back to you. I throw it back to you, Kel. You should have thought of that.
That's what schools. Because that's a lot of coin. But anyways, they've made a profit, so good for them. Watch, they're living in a 1-bedroom house now. They're we've downsized.
Yeah. Imagine giving up a 360 view of the ocean and the mountains.
Yeah, crazy.
I could deal with that.
Yeah.
Next lottery. It's ours.
That's ours.
Okay, so you ready for your 90s rewind?
What year, Sharon?
Well, Kelly, it's 1992.
Yay!
And in your mind, you're thinking, why would she talk about a song from the 70s in 1992? Well, because KWS took on KC and the Sunshine Band with Please Don't Go, taking this roller rink ballad to the dance floor and 90ing it up a little bit. It was a great song. Speaking of covers, Arrested Development taking on Everyday People, but putting their own spin on it with making it People Every Day and putting a lot of 90s perspective on a classic idea. We're all everyday people. We're all in this together kind of thing. And by simplifying that and then going into a song whose video left everybody going, what is happening here? Guns N' Roses, November Rain.
Great song.
Great song. It's epic. It's opus. It's all the grand things you'd want to say about a song. And the video was like, what is going on here? We're at a wedding. There's on a mountain. There's suddenly the guitar solo. Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was 1992.
Timeless.
Yeah. Free your mind, Kel.
Oh.
The rest will follow, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
My
Come
girls
on,
and Kathy and Susan.
Yeah. They were all there. And if we're, those are words to live by. Dare I say that rhythm is a dancer. It's a soul's companion. You can feel it everywhere. Also words to live by. And that would be thanks to Snap.
Yeah.
For Rhythm is a Dancer. And because he's on tour, I do have to drop one of our Canadian artists in because Bryan Adams is touring. Mm-hmm. I think there's like 24 or 27 songs that he does during his show.
Wow.
Which is bonkers. But the one that we were hearing a lot on the radio in 1992 was, Do I Have to Say the Words? Oh, Bryan, yes, you do. Thank you in advance for saying the words, Bryan Adams. And The One from Elton John. Shout out to Elton John for showing his support to The Beaches, which is a Canadian band. If you're unfamiliar with them, it won't be long before you are familiar with them, but really go and find them. They're quite good. Follow them on social media because they're a fun follow. They were just honored by Billboard Canada magazine as Women of the Year. It's the first time that the award was given to a group versus just one woman, one individual. And the Beaches got that. And Elton John was part of a video wish list of people saying, hey, well done. Elton John has always been that artist who supports artists and is vocal about it. This is a guy that shops for music and likes it and actively listens to music because he appreciates it so much. So he's been behind the Beaches forever, which is funny. These are young women in a band that have been doing it for almost 15 years now.
It's crazy. Yeah, like they're just turning 30, I think, or 31 or whatever. Like they're
yeah. So they started when they were in school, still learning their instruments, but man, oh man, they've got it and they're fun. So shout out to the Beaches, shout out to Elton John, and that is your 90s Rewind.
Thanks, Sharon. Good job.
Thanks, Cologne.
Yeah, another episode. And again, thank you to all of our peeps, audience, viewers, listeners. We appreciate you so, so much. So season 14 continues.
Season 14. And you're thinking to yourself, what? What about these other podcasts? Just focus on this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take it one episode at a time.
Yeah, let's do it.
And thank you for subscribing and for liking us and 5 stars and all the rest. We appreciate you. And thank you for listening to 90s Now. Still happening.